Yeah, hey, wait. Hold up, wait. One second. Okay, whoa. Yeah, hey, okay. Throw it up real quick. Whoa.
Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I am so consistent with content so far. I'm going to be looking at a thing I got in the mail from a bank called First Financial Bank. Mainly because I'm pretty sure I've gotten mail from them before and it was hilarious the last time. I didn't even open it and I just know it's bad. I'm going to be using two cameras in this video, so we're going to have a little up close and personal view of everything once I figure out where the camera app is on my phone. This is the envelope. I'm opening it from the back so y'all don't steal my address. And I can't open with one hand, so this is going to be kind of awkward. Alright, so when you open the envelope, you get a whole bunch of goodies. I love how on top you have images to put on your card. Ooh boy, I'm here to put a cat staring at a goldfish on my shitty credit card. Notice how the design on the card doesn't cover the actual, like, all of it. It just covers, like, the top right corner, and then everything else looks absolutely hideous. So we love that. We love graphic design. Graphic design is my passion. Just the quality of the images that are here, because not only do we have big smiley face, we have we have floral smiley face, snowboarder and surfer for, you know, the East Coast and the West Coasties. I love computers, where I don't even know how you fuck up drawing computers or like the internet that badly. And ew, font. We love the contributions of Albert Einstein. And I want to show that off to this, which I'm not sure if it's sarcastic or not. Another photo of the cat staring at a goldfish, but this time it's like more inquisitive. Oh my god, it gets worse. Top secret. I love books. It's a secret, even though I have that on the front of my credit card. Or you love math, if you are more of a STEM person, which I'm not, so I would never put that on, you know. I'm obviously leaning towards this one. But yeah, that is the first thing you get when you open up this envelope. So we know it's a quality card that cares about making your financial situation better. So besides all that, there's a message to parents, which is interesting because I'm assuming that because this is in here, they assume that people who are going to open these envelopes aren't the actual students themselves, but parents. Or maybe the students, and then they give this to their parents to calm them down when they end up applying, which, if you are in this situation, don't. Essentially, I see that getting a card is a good idea if you are a student, so they can build up a credit history, but this card specifically, a solution for that, is not good. Students are able to limit their credit lines to as little as $100, which, if you know anything about credit cards, you're supposed to only use 30%, or some people say 10% of your credit limit. So that would limit you, if you're going to use it responsibly, to spend like $10 or $30 a month if you have one that's that low. So good luck not overdrafting with a credit line of $100. I think my favorite part of this little part of the envelope is this part at the end where they sort of like guilt parents who are on the fence about getting their child a credit card from here into getting one, by saying, we know that some parents prefer to have students charge everything to their parents' credit card so that students never have to think about money, and clearly this program is not designed for them. So the ultimate shade to people who maybe want their child to be a little more financially responsible and not fuck themselves over by basically being like, well, you're a pussy if you don't want one, ha. I'm going to get to the testimonials, which are the funniest part of it. I love this one over here. It was convenient when I was not near an ATM, which is true of any credit card, not specifically this one. In fact, that's most of what the comments are. None of them specifically say anything good about First Financial Bank, just or their card. It's just having a credit card is useful, which isn't what you really should base your test, like, Either testimonials are just generally, this is a useful product category. That doesn't really help your cause for why someone would want it from you, but maybe they couldn't find anyone who actually wanted their specific card. So, but the main draw of this one that's on the front is the cashback. Yes, 1.5% cashback credit to your account every month, every time you use it, or to buy something, or to get emergency cash, which, if you're not aware, don't do a cash advance with a credit card, because with most every institution, they will charge you interest right out the gate instead of giving you a grace period if you use it for actual purchases. Because getting cash off a card is seen by banks as sketchy, so they usually charge you at the wazoo for it, and I'm pretty sure it's the same case here no matter what cash back you might be getting. It would basically null that benefit out if you actually get emergency cash with it. So, alright, so I'm going to be very careful just because there's some personal information that's down there too, which is fun. The benefits you have in this card are the cashback, established credit, which you can do with pretty much any card that is better than this one, and zero liability, which should be standard on every credit card. So this is pretty much the only thing that actually matters with a specific product, which is just funny to me. Oh, you can do any state if you want to. What if I want the Wyoming flag, even though I've never been there? That's enticing. And this is the good part. Now, oddly enough, the interest rate isn't as bad on this one as it was before. They did send me an envelope before with information, and it wasn't a cashback card, it was just a standard card. And the interest rate was 36% from what I remember, so 32% is slightly better, but still absolute dog shit. You can do a lot better than this just anywhere else. I'm pretty sure the majority of banks that will grant you a card as a student will give you a rate that's lower than that. That is absolutely ridiculous. But hey, at least you get 0% APR for 1 year. Ooh. Do give you a grace period, which is good. Oh, this is probably my favorite part. Yeah, so because they are targeting college students specifically, the application is kind of funny. So that's the whole part, the message to parents, which was kind of scummy. They also have a ridiculous amount of things you can use to pay the card with, such as gifts, other scholarships, small business of my own. So you know, all the drug dealers out there, you're set up, pay internships, grants, and such. Which I guess in theory isn't a bad idea, but it just shows that this card specifically targeted at college students and pretty much no one else. If you couldn't tell by the trendy stickers or the letter to parents, this card is not for anyone who is, you know, an adult and is adulting in their own way. So it's pretty pointless, actually. So the reviews that I found are concentrated on two websites, the Better Business Bureau page for First Financial and the Yelp page for their one branch. Their website exists, but there's no information about their cards on there, which is sketchy as hell. Most of the reviews just talk about the annual fee and how many people didn't expect it to be on there, which just sort of goes to show that they don't expect people to actually read the fine print, even though it is there. And because there's no annual fee the first year, some people might assume that there's no annual fee at all, which isn't the case. There is an annual fee. One reviewer, Tabitha W. from Cincinnati, actually emailed the company, and they clarified that for limits greater than $1,000, it's actually $55 instead of $25, so it actually goes up the greater the limit you have. So yeah, if you're in the stage where you're opening up credit cards right now, be very careful about who you bank with, because the cards that you open, first couple cards you open are going to be the foundation for your credit history. And if you pick bad cards in the beginning that you decide you're going to have to close because you don't want to pay a $25 or $55 annual fee, that's going to cut your history down a large peg. 15% of your credit score is going to be the length of your credit history. The fact that banks like these are advertising cards as the first card that someone should get when they have annual fees and their benefits aren't that great It's basically begging. They're basically begging you to apply so then you could fuck up your credit score in the future, which is going to be a waste of your time and resources. So please do not do that. Get cards that do not ever have annual fees, such as the Discover It Student Cashback card, the Journey Student Rewards, City Rewards Plus Student card, even a secured MasterCard or secured credit card like the Capital One secured MasterCard or the Discover It Secured are much better options just because there's no fee for you to keep them. So you can pretty much just lay them down when you're done using them and you have better cards and it won't affect your credit history at all. Rather than having a card that's going to slowly bleed you dry. So that's going to be pretty much the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Kind of a mess. This is the first time I've really done like a 2-camera setup and talking about like a topic like this, but let me know if you guys want more content like this or if I should just crawl in a hole and figure out what else to do. And I'm going to go edit now. Have fun.